Hello, my lovely angels. This is Lifting the Veil, and we're going to talk about how most men are not romantic. So, from my dating experience, I can include from that and also the way our system is set up. Men don't understand the value of taking your time dating, actually looking and enjoying the person that's in front of you. So I'm just going off of no notes, no anything, because I'm usually writing things down, but I just wanted to just go off of like experiences, thoughts, things that I've seen that happen around me. But what I've noticed is reasons why a lot of men are not romantic or consistently romantic is the intention behind dating. A lot of the movies that we've seen, and this plays like at fault for women as well, because I remember growing up we would see like the fairy tale. The guy would swoop in the lovely night and he would save you from the evils, kiss you, and then you guys lived happily ever after, and there was never really like a after movie or like an after part. It was just like, okay, they're together. But what happens when real life happens and emotions come into play? And have you ever noticed in a lot of the fairy tale movies, like the woman is always cooking and cleaning, like she has a certain role, and then the man is just like the one fighting out to come and get her, and it's kind of like already a preset role for the woman and the man. Is the man is going to provide, and then the woman is going to take care of the cooking, the cleaning, the home life, the emotional labor, and so on and so on, because you won't get too much. It's usually woman centered, but you won't really get too much out of the knight that's fighting to get her. So same with like real life, because we are in a patriarchal system. So a lot of men are raised to believe that once you get that good job, you have a good income, you have a house, the car, you automatically deserve the dream girl. And you don't really have to put in too much work. You don't have to go to therapy and figure out why you don't want to express your emotions. And that's honestly the root problem, is men don't realize it's more to life than just having money. And it's just the way our society is built. And I've seen the most not good looking men, and in my eyes, God made everyone special. There's no such thing as like a really bad looking Joe or a really, really attractive person. I mean, you can see that in your way, but we're all God's children. So usually men that are like not as good looking, if you want to be surrounded by girls, like you have to like make more money, and you have to be a little bit more smooth with your words. But as long as you have like the money, the car, usually women will flock around you. Certain types of women, not all women. But if you're not really as good looking, you don't really have to do as much, but like just kind of like show up. So those are differences to why men are not romantic in a way. But I do feel as though a lot of men, and I won't have steps in this video, it would just be me talking, going through everything. But men, most of them, and I want to say like 90% of men, grew up seeing mothers doing everything. They would see their mothers like putting up with the lying, the manipulating, the cheating, always making sure the kids are together. And now women work, so now we're going out and working, and we're building generational wealth. and we're taking care of the kids, and we don't really need men anymore because like we just do everything. So, and I don't believe that. I believe in interdependence. Like, I don't believe in women should just do everything, because that takes a toll on like your mental, emotional, and physical wealth and health. And but that's just how a lot of people see it. Like, a lot of people are just like, we can do this on our own. And then it's both women's and men's fault, but a lot of men saw that like women just do everything. As long as I provide, then she'll just do the rest. And what I find funny is, we in this generation, we don't court anymore, which that used to be a little bit different. Courting was a little bit more involved and intimate than regular dating than we do now. But now the dating scene is kind of just like, I'll just put my best foot forward, and then I'll spoil you and treat you out, and then once I'm bored and I got what I want, I'm just going to yank all those privileges out. Like, I'm not going to take you out as much, and ended up going on dates once every week to once every 2 weeks to once a month to once every few months. And it's just like, I don't have to do much because she already gave it up. And that's why I think men are not as romantic, because they don't think, oh, I don't have to really put in as much. And knowing how women are now, we're kind of just like always on our toes, like, okay, what's going on, asking her questions and figuring out, why did you pull away? Because women are emotional. Like, we feel when men are pulling away, we feel when we're not being treated the same way. So getting around that, it's just always best to just sit back and let the dating stage go very, very slow. It's always best to date somebody you know, not somebody you completely, that's a stranger. But it's better to know the person, have it go slow, and see their romantic side. And I'm not saying every man isn't romantic, it's just a good majority of them. And what I mean by romantic is consistency. And that's bringing flowers, like when you go on dates. The dates don't have to be lined up back to back to back. And a real man will know, I don't have to take her on like a 5-star restaurant date and spend like a bunch of money every single day. And it can be sporadic, like it can be here and there. It doesn't have to be all the time. And as long as you're like expressing yourself, telling the girl or telling the woman like how you feel on and how this structure is on this dating, that's what's most important. That's the most romantic thing, is when you're expressing your emotions and your feelings, and I'm hearing what's on your mind. So, but the way we're set up, men are more set up to be more macho. They don't really express themselves. Like, you never know what's going on, if they're feeling like sad that you did something. And what I've noticed, especially like with my dating life, and this is like a majority of men, like I probably have like the couple mature ones, but a majority of men that I knew, if you make them upset, they'll either A, shut down, or B, they'll get violent. So like, instead of just expressing your emotions, so like we can come to a middle ground and get over it and fix it, it's like, okay, let me shut down on you. And like I said, not romantic, because if you build resentment, then that's what's going to cause you to stop the romance and start declining in your like actions, and then your masculinity is like going to get challenged, because a lot of women are just like, what is going on? Like, and that's when we kind of get frantic, and then like all the energies are imbalanced. But I feel like a majority of time, and a majority of my audience is going to be women, obviously, but I think a majority of us women need to learn how to balance our masculine and our feminine energies. So when we're dating men, when the right men come around, or we can spot them and know like, oh, okay, like I know how to pull back when I need to pull back, and not keep asking him like what's going on. And if he wants to go, let him go. playing the wait game, the long game, and not rushing or expecting too much. And that's big, like expectations. Like, let the man lead. And if you think about it, like, romance is really for the movies, because if we're thinking in like a reality stance, when you're with someone or like pursuing anyone or like dating, you're thinking of like financials, you're thinking of, honestly, to be for real, you're gonna think about looks. So you're gonna think about how many kids do they have, and then everything else comes last, like your personality, expectations, your standards, your core values, all that is gonna come last. But when you think about that aspect, romance is not real. Romance is kind of just like what comes first, and then it's kind of just like, oh, okay, we don't need this anymore. Like, I don't have to put in my effort. I don't have to. And this is not a how-to video. This is just reasons why romance is dead. And another thing is, it's just too many options. Now we got social media, so you could just go in there and then just be. I heard stories of like women, they'll date somebody for like months, and then they were perfect, or the woman thought they were perfect, or the man thought they were perfect, and then the other person's just like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work. And you're like, wait, what? Like, you didn't give me any signs, any signals, you didn't say anything, and it's done because like we just have way too many options. So that's another thing. And cheerleading is, honestly, it's out the window, and I think a lot of people ruined it, because I think that chivalry, I keep saying it wrong. Chivalry is like opening the door, making sure you know you're on the right side of the street. The man is usually driving. Not all the time, but it's usually like he's taking the lead. He organizes, he plans. That's it. And it's just, I don't know why. Because like the woman you're with, you should want to make them feel special. So that shouldn't even be out the window. Because now I feel like the energies are just different. Like, men now are becoming more feminine, because I feel like it's being pushed on them, but like it's like a toxic femininity. It's not like I'm trying to become like the balance of like the yin and yang. Like, I'm trying to be toxic feminine, as in like passivity. They're not creative. Like, that's what the thing is. Like, if you're really feminine, like, you would be creative, like joyous, emotionally expressive, all sorts of things with femininity. But no, like, it's toxic femininity. Like, y'all are doing like passive, like aggressive stuff, like not caring, is acting like women, basically wanting people to provide, and which is changing the dynamic a lot. I had experiences with men that I dated where it was just so difficult for men to plan, and because they never had to do it. And it's like the date doesn't have to be wild and like taking a trip and spending all this money on vacations. It's just as simple as taking your woman to go golfing, or like go bowling, or just like cute mini dates that are fun, and then just ask some questions and collect ideas and things that they like to do, and then put something together. I think of like dates as like literally like ice cream dates, like go get some ice cream. It's just so many different ideas. And some things I don't consider dates though. Like, I know that's like a whole big topic of like the walking in the park and coffee dates, but I don't believe in those as dates. I believe that's just like, oh hi, like I just met you, catch the vibe, see if like I even want to get along with you. But lots of people online were calling that pick-me-shit behavior, but that's just like, what is your label on it though? Like, are you calling those things dates? Like, that's the difference. Like, A date is you getting to know me and knowing my personal information and seeing my expectations. That's what a date is to me. Not, it's a difference between it to seeing if we even get along per se, because like I know a lot of people be catfishing, and it's just specifically if you're meeting people from offline and you don't know who they are. Of course, like I'm not gonna just let you pick me up and take me. That's a whole different situation. But another reason romance is a lot of fathers are not teaching their sons, specifically men. I don't want to talk about women, but like specifically men. I feel like a lot of men are like generation after generation after generation, like it's like toxicity. So like these men are not telling their sons how to treat women and speak to them and make them feel comfortable and like they belong. And so that's part of romance to me, my definition. And a lot of men just think, oh, I could be able to spend money, and then that's the words, that's the talk, and that makes you feel belong, like you belong. And no, it doesn't. You have to actually like show gestures, speak life into the situation. And not saying it has to be your end all be all seriousness, but a lot of men are not creating healthy environments for their sons to learn, okay, these women are actually people. And that's what's also funny to me. Men don't see women as people. A lot of them see us as objects. And once you figure that out, that this person isn't seeing you as a person, they see you as something they can gain or benefit off of, that changes the whole game. And that's why I think a lot of men aren't romantic, because they kind of see it as in like a timeline. Like I have everything that I need. She should just fall out the sky, praise me, and then I can use her as my asset, which is her role in like taking care of the home, and then I can go out, work, come back, put my feet up, and then probably possibly just go out and cheat and do what I want. And I just think it's like set up subconsciously for a lot of men, and then that's why there's no romance, or at least you think there's romance in the beginning, and then it slowly dies down because we're kind of seen as objects, and women are supposed to, and I see that all the time, like women are just supposed to cook, know how to cook, and they're just supposed to know how to do this. And then now they're becoming more lazy because like women are just like, okay, naturally we just want to go to work, a lot of us. And so they're seeing that, oh, she's just gonna pick a reason why I feel like romance can be dead too. It's like if you are like hyper masculine and you're not letting them take charge, and you're always just like, what's going on, like just don't say anything. And we will go out to dinner and like he's just, I understand if you're nervous, but he hasn't asked me questions. Like I might ask him things like, oh, what are you up to, like what do you see in a woman you want to get serious with? Like I'm just asking questions that you should ask when you're dating, like normal questions. And I wouldn't even get anything much out of him because he didn't know what romance was. He didn't know how to talk to a woman. He didn't have any, or what they call it, riz. Like he didn't understand. As to each their own. I think everybody's definition is different, but I do definitely think it is done, romance is done because of the patriarchy. Something new I want to talk about is I definitely want to do a video in my psychology playlist, or I definitely want to do a video in my spiritual playlist. I'm talking about like 3D, 4D, 5D, energy, frequency, how to transmute energy, how to transmute bad energy. I have so many different videos I want to make for that. It's a majority, it will be psychology, like the way the world works, like dating, because this is mainly like my divine feminine angels, and how we can navigate the world together. I also want to make a video on another one about friendships, how to use dark femininity to get what you want, I do want to do a lot of dating tips for women and how to just overcome like stereotypes, and I would literally want to make a video on like gold diggers, because like that's my like biggest topic, and like how they're like stereotyped a lot. And I just want to like make this a community where like women can like come together and we can review videos as well. Like I want to review they have this like new topic coming around, back around. It's not new, but like it was talking about like some celebrities are like colorists and different races or colors, and I definitely want to review some videos on that, touch on that. And yeah, so if you're listening to the end, please like, because this will show me the videos that you guys like the most so I can do more topics on it. Comment something you liked about this video. Get involved in the conversation, angels. Like I need to hear more opinions about my videos. I need to hear like, what do you guys want to hear? Like, what do you guys need tips on? What do you like? I have the tips and tricks. I just haven't done too many tips and tricks videos, but and advice videos for women that are dating. Subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you can get that notified when I'm uploading new videos and things that are interesting to you, because I know the algorithm will affect like what's coming to your phone. But it's been nice recording with you guys. Thank you for listening. Love you. Bye.